All right. Welcome back to Duskwood episode 8. And first and foremost, thank you all for joining me. There are so many of you guys here watching right now. It's going to take me forever to go through the names, but I will shout out the first few that I see. I see Billy the Kid. I see Jessica Dow, Kira, Nikki Marie, Ego-chan, France, Michelle, that YouTube family fan, Joe Rollins, Saba, Sherlock Holmes, the real Husan, Pre-Squad, Pre-Squad, France, Acoustic, Myra. Don't be afraid to sing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, to give you guys an idea of what's going on right now, in the last stream, we left off with just completing 2 of the puzzles. I made sure that we had 3 puzzles completed before we started this stream. So we got plenty. We got plenty of story to go around. Well, but we're gonna go through all that tonight. And that last puzzle there. Actually, no, this is the we're at 100%, so this is the halfway mark. I just realized that. We're at 100%, so this is the halfway mark of episode 8. So we're gonna get through the rest of episode 8 halfway mark. And then the next video, it's probably just going to be a video, but the next video is going to be essentially the introduction to the second part of episode 8. And then after that second part of episode 8, we're probably going to have 2 live streams to finish out episode 8. So hope you guys are excited. Hope you guys are ready to go. And if you are, let's go. So we have Thomas, Cleo, Dan, and Richie. We're getting right back into the group chat. Lily reached out to us. How are you gonna go now? Should we go to the hut that Richie rented for us? Do we even know how to get there? Like, I feel like we don't know how to get there. I feel like Richie knew, but we don't know. And I guess the big question is, like, should we even still go? What if Richie was there? Was Richie near the hut? Or was he near the Roger's garage? I can't remember if he was near the hut or Roger's garage when he was attacked. Also, I want to throw this out there as well. I was yes, I was a little late to the stream. I was looking at previous comments. I was looking at the tethered comments in other videos, looking at different theories, and one comment I came across said that there was a possibility that it might have been a bow and arrow that took out Richie. And if that's the case, then yes, the whoever took out Richie wasn't there. He wasn't there to show their face and to show that they actually did it. They could have been at a range. They could have been at a long range and took Richie out from a distance with a silent device. But who knows? That's just a theory, and it's very possible. It's very possible. So I don't know. Peachy Pup, good day, Peachy Pup. Peachy Pup says that we'll find the ending to be quite interesting. Very cool. Seems like Peachy Pup has completed episode 8. So I got a question for each and every one of you. How many of you guys have completed episode 8? The whole thing, not halfway, the whole thing. How many of you guys have completed the entire episode so far? It's only been out for a couple days. So I wonder, Zaro. McCain, hello from Greece. Hello, McCain. Welcome. Yusef completed it all. Sherlock has not. Sherlock Holmes, the mastermind, puzzle solver Sherlock Holmes has not completed it. Holly C completed it. Anonymous has not yet. Okay. Tassins thinks Hannah is dead. There's no way. What's all this for then if Hannah's already dead? There's no way. Myra says they got stuck on episode 4 and gave up, so they watch instead. That that's okay because that's why we're here, so you can watch it and you don't have to worry about the pesky puzzles. All right, so are we going to the hut? Is it a good idea to still go to that hut? I don't think Richie even got around to that. Does anyone know the specific whereabouts? Look, that I guess that's a big question. Like, does anybody even know where the hut is? I have no idea. I have no jam clue where the hut could be. Oh, Sherlock says that they couldn't finish episode 8 because they had to restart the game. They had to restart the whole jam game. So Cleo does know where the hut is. Jesse doesn't want to go to the hut without him anymore. But I don't know. I don't know if going to the hut is a good idea now. Richie definitely wanted us to go to the hut. But if Richie is the man without a face, then maybe we shouldn't do what Richie wants us to do. So I don't know what to do. But Richie did want us to go. In hindsight of Richie not being man without a face, maybe we should still listen to Richie. But I don't know if Richie's man without a face, then we shouldn't do what Richie wants us to do. I think. I feel like this entire episode, I've been making the wrong decisions. we sent, we didn't let Thomas go look for Richie, which, from what I understand, Thomas would have been the one to find the bloody baseball cap, the bloody hat, and not the police. But I think it's a good idea that the police found it because then the police can then work on forensics side of it and figure out if there's any connection to who the killer might be. If we found it or if Thomas found it, we don't have that technology. There's no way we would have been able to figure out the forensic side of it. So I just really don't know. Saba doesn't think Richie is the man without a face. Man, I just don't know. Lynn says that Lynn Kruger thinks that episode 8 actually felt way shorter than all the other episodes. Really? It felt shorter? Like the story between puzzles wasn't as long, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. So you want us to hide for all eternity? Here's somewhere he's somewhere out there. I have to find him. It's not about hiding, it's about being safe and still continuing to work on trying to find Hannah. It's not about hiding. Hmm. He's somewhere out there. I think she's talking about Richie. I don't think she's talking about the man without a face. We all want to find him, Jesse, just so you can be captured by the man without a face like Richie. Hmm. Hey, look, Jesse, we all want to find him, but we need to be safe. We need to be together. We can't be by ourselves. If you're by yourselves, he's picking you off one at a time. That's what he's doing. Look, Hannah was by herself, picked her off. Dan was by himself, tried, but failed to pick him off. Richie, by himself, picked him off. Mayra says that we didn't see that he got killed or attacked, though. And I agree with you. We didn't see it, but it's possible that they used a ranged device like a bow and arrow to take out Richie. And if that, I mean, whew, I couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine. Cleo is here. Welcome, Cleo. Cleo's in chat, everybody. If you don't see, Cleo's in chat. What is hashtag Kira? I have no idea, Megro. I have no idea what hashtag Kira is. Earthros says Kieran is possibly spamming their name due to a reference none of us understand. That's probably true too. Who knows? I'm sure there's a bunch of spammers out there trying to get a name for themselves by spamming, live streams. Who knows? Who knows? Either way, it's not gonna work here. France just blocked Kira because it's irritating. I don't even see. Oh, I see it now. You know what? We'll put Kira in timeout. We'll put Kira in timeout. There you go. We got 300 seconds. It's the first time I've ever used that. Anyways, back to the game. So, uh, what is this? So, to be honest, I can't leave Duskwood with a clear conscience right now, but I have to ask you something. Tongue-tied, so that we can continue. I want you to reveal everything to us and Jake, or everything to us that you and Jake found out. There can't be any more secrets. Ooh, interesting. So, what do we do here? Do we, I don't know. Do we tell them? I mean, what does Jake want to do? Jesse asked me pretty much the same thing. I knew you'd ask that one day. You're right, Cleo. That's reasonable. Oh, I guess at this point in time, look, as much as I like Jake and as much as I want to keep Jake a secret, at this point in time, it's kind of reasonable. I think it's time. I think it's time to get Jake involved with the group. If anything, it'll help the group trust Jake more than Jake just being a silent, partner and if anything, it'll make the group trust Jake more, I think. So I think it might be a good idea. Dan is in chat, Dan Anderson. Well, okay, I guess he's got to go. What do you say? No, Dan, we haven't found Richie yet. He can't stay long because he's gonna have to talk to Tongue Tied soon. He's got to talk to Tongue Tied. So, look, I think it's reasonable. I think it's reasonable for them to want to actually be involved with Jake now, or to get Jake involved to actually communicate with them or something. Jesse thinks so too, and I want to ask you something else. I want you to add Jake to our group. I think we need to ask Jake. I mean, would this be a good idea? I have no idea. Is it a good idea for Jake to be part of the group? So let's ask why. Because it's a good question. I mean, if they don't trust Jake, then why would they want Jake to be part of the group either way? But it's a little bit hard to explain. He owes it to us. Does he? Does he owe it to you? I mean, he's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I think the others feel similarly. I trust you, Tongue-Tied, and I want to stay in Duskwood to find Hannah and now Richie. So now even Cleo doesn't want to leave. Cleo doesn't want to leave and go to the hut. Interesting. Anna says that they think it's about time to tell everyone. France, there are two Dans. Yes, France. Apparently there's two Dans, but only one of them's real. I think only one of them's real. There's two Dans, but one is an imposter. But only knowing half the truth all the time and knowing that there are things that are deliberately being kept secret from me, that's really hard for me. I want to carry on trusting you so we can get our friends back, but I need to know everything in order to do that. I think that's reasonable. I think that's really reasonable. The real one is in the hospital. That's Zaro. Zaro says the real one's in the hospital, which is very true. And you can tell that by the profile picture. I can try, but don't get your hopes up. Look, I'll talk to Jake. I'll talk to Jake and I'll see what Jake wants to do about it. It's very possible that Jake wants to do it. Luna doesn't want to share their Jake. Luna doesn't want to share Jake at all. So Cleo says thanks, tongue tied. So now I think we need to reach out to Jake. Jake is offline, but we need to reach out. Look, we need you. Could you come online, please? Jake. Michael Hansen is the man without a face? Who's Michael Hansen? Is that Jennifer Hansen's brother or father? That's interesting. We've never heard of a Michael Hansen. What happened, tongue-tied? Look, Jake, nothing bad. Don't worry. Nothing bad this time. Nothing bad this time. Maribel, Lexa is here. Hey, everyone, I'm at work until 12 p.m. and my 15-minute break is almost over. Stopping and saying hi to the Tethered and the Jam Genius. I'm the Jam Genius. Hello, Lexa. Hello, Maribel. Same, one and the same, Lexa Maribel. Hello and welcome. Welcome and thank you for joining for the limited time that you're able to. That's great. That's great. And I hope you have a great day at work. I hope you have a great rest of your day at work. The others are requesting us to reveal the results of our investigation. Now we got did we get a message? Okay, we got a message. Now that's something. Oh, Dan wrote back. So Dan must have read the messages. Yep, Dan was online, so he just now that's something. So we got Dan in chat right now. But look, the others are requesting that we reveal the results of our investigation to them, and they kind of want you to join the group, Jake. They want you to join the group, and you know what? I think Dan would be the most appreciative. Dan doesn't trust Jake at all in one way, in any way whatsoever. Nevertheless, are you late? Not really. We've been going on. We've been going for about 15 or 20 minutes, so you're not too late. We're still pretty early on in the first couple the first early on in the story. It's good. It's good. Alexa says, I hope you get to the part where Jake asks if you like Chinese food. I love Chinese food. I love all food. If you can eat it, I love it. My favorite food is food that you can eat. It's delicious. Love Chinese food. Love going to Chinese buffets because then I can just eat as much as I want. All right, so I told them that I'd have to talk to you first about it. I knew you wouldn't like. Look, I told him I'd have to talk to you first about it, Jake. I kind of want Jake to join it now, though. I kind of want him to be a part of it. Oh, the group chat, Lily. Where in the world have you been all this time, Dan? Yeah, Dan, where have you been? What the hell's wrong with you, Dan? If we don't do that, they'll probably leave Duskwood. I can kind of understand them, Jake. They can't go on like this. Look, Jake, I'm starting to understand them a little bit more. I'm getting it. I understand. Valerie says, let us put a face on the man without a face. I agree. Let us put a face on the man or woman without a face. Hadi says, by the way, Lloyd said to say hi. Hello, Lloyd. Hello, Hadia. Welcome to the stream. I know you don't trust them. We've been putting this off for far too long. After what happened to Richie, I'm sure that it was nobody from the group. That I'm not sure about. I'm still not sure about. I'm still sus on at least somebody from the group. I'm actually kind of still sus on Richie himself, but it's hard to say. But I think we've been putting it off for far too long. I think if Jake was a part of the group early on, we probably would be further in our investigation. I really think so, because then the group would be talking to Jake as well, and I think that would just been a lot more information we could have gathered. I don't know. It's hard to say, and I'm sure we'll benefit from it too. They really don't deserve this. We asked too much of them anyway. Look, I truly think that we would benefit from it. I really think we would benefit from it. Long live the Princess Jessie. Richie sounds like the guys who videotaped Cleo in the woods at the beginning. Interesting. Valerie mentioned that. Interesting, interesting. Jake hasn't reached out anyone. Can you please answer, Jake? What are your thoughts? He's not saying anything. Not Jam saying anything. All right. You may share the results of our investigation with them. Interesting. That will make the others very happy. You won't regret it. And thanks with a little smiley face. A little smiley face. Huh. I hope he doesn't regret it. I hope we won't regret it. I don't think we will. Real Hussein, welcome to the stream. I really hope we don't regret it. And there's something else. They want you to join. How bad would it be for you to join the group? Look, Jake, how bad would it be for you to join the group chat? I think, well, I think Jake asking questions would lead to better results. I don't think, I mean, obviously he sees everything that's being communicated, but if he can ask the questions and they answer the questions that he wants, then it might lead to a better result, right? I should have seen it coming. If I had opened that, or if I would have opened with that, you would have never agreed. Believe me, you don't want me to do this alone. Look, I think if I would have opened it, he would have never agreed. Naaman, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. We still don't know why he's in jail, so I don't really know. Oh, okay, so you must be talking about Phil. Must be talking about Phil. Paula says that they already read the whole episode. Oh, okay. So Jake, fine, I will support you, but I have a favor to ask of you too. But now Dan said something. What did Dan say? Oh my God, really? I was on the toilet. This hospital food is doing a number on me. Happy. Oh, Dan. But I have to ask you a favor. Of course, Jake. I'll accept a favor. You can ask me a favor. You can ask me anything, Jake. You need to remove Richie from the group chat. Oh, so Jake doesn't think Richie is gone either. We must expect Richie's phone to be in the culprit's hands by now. That's true also. That's very true. Therefore, he might be able to read all chats that Richie is involved in. That's actually pretty smart. I would never have thought of that. I would have never, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, Richie's still suspicious, so we should probably remove him if he's not going to be able to communicate with us anyways. But if he did actually get taken out by the killer, then now his phone is in the killer's hands, and it was still on. It was still on when he unfortunately passed away, and if it was still on, then the kidnapper has all access to his phone, including messages and everything. Interesting. And understand those circumstances, we cannot reveal the results of our investigation. Under those, look, I understand. I understand. We have to do it. I think that's super smart to do. And I think everybody in the group would agree. I think that's very, I think that's proactive. I think it's good. You take all the time you need. I don't need any time. I can do it right now. Oh, so we just do it. We're just gonna remove him from the group. I didn't realize that we were like a moderator of the group chat. We could just remove anybody that we see fit. You better watch yourself, Dan and Lily. We're gonna remove you from the chat as well. No, we would never, unless they end up being the person without a face. Yeah, so they're gonna be confused. We should have told them before we removed them. But what are you doing to look? It's the right thing. We need to explain it to them too. The attacker could be reading everything we're saying. I think it's very important that we let them know. I mean, if the attacker is in control of Richie's phone, we have to be able to remove him. It's look, you'll understand. Look, guys, this is Jake. Jake has joined the chat. Ghost, welcome to the stream. I really want to watch this, but also I don't want to spoil the jam fun. Well, that's up to you, Ghost. We'd much rather have you here, but it's up to you. If you don't want to spoil it, this is gonna essentially be the halfway mark for episode 8. This isn't the full episode yet, but it's basically halfway there. Jessica finished a couple hours ago, and the ending is something. I would assume it was something. This is how you know that the Daniel Anderson that's in chat right now isn't the real Daniel Anderson, because he has no idea who Lloyd is. So Jake is now a part of the group. Jesse says hi. Lily said hi. Hello, and thank you for joining. Jake says hello. Okay, where do we start? No other place to start. No better place to start than the beginning. Paula says they almost had a heart attack at the end. Ooh, interesting. Shadowmaster, hey man, love your work. Ending is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Shadowmaster. I truly appreciate it. And welcome, and welcome to the stream. Look at that, Michelle's calling Dan out. Calling Daniel Anderson out. You're not the real one, Dan. Can't wait for episode 9. Love this game, Valerie. From Valerie, I agree. I agree, Valerie. The game is great. Oh, so what is he saying? Oh, Dan. Wait a second, not so fast. We need to get something out of the way first. In the beginning, when Hannah disappeared, you were the first to know. You knew something happened to her, but before all of us, including the police, I wonder how could you have known? I am accountable to no one. You are to me. Whatever it is you're about to tell us, as long as I don't know how all of this came to be, I won't be able to believe one word of it. Look at that, Dan. We're straight to the point. Jake says, I am accountable to no one. But Dan is insisting. It would be important to me to find out too. Dan, could you please stop that? And Jake. Look, Jake, I think it would be important for all of us. I think it's important for all of us. And I think we already know. I mean, Jake was, talking with Hannah. He communicated with Hannah quite often, and he saw. I mean, he was probably watching. Who knows? But he had to have seen her get kidnapped. So, all right, tongue tied. Some time ago, I would have probably not told you this under any condition, but I would like to change my mind. Thanks to me. Thanks to tongue tied, he's gonna change his mind. I can't believe it. Give him a little smiley face. Saba says Dan and Lloyd are best friends in chat. They're the best of frenemies. So I was in a phone call with Hannah when it happened. Jesse says, what? Jake says, yes. After we had lost contact for many years, Hannah had sent me an email. In this email, she asked for help without any real explanation. Fortunately, she sent it to an old address, which is why I only saw the message a few days later. As it seemed important to her, I called her immediately. She instantly picked up and was relieved when she saw me. You had a video call, Jake. Does Hannah know what Jake looks like? Ho ho ho! Somebody knows what Jake looks like. That was the day of her disappearance. That was it. That was it. This it was. I noticed the same thing. When I called her, Hannah also seemed to be relieved. Is Jake Thomas? Is Thomas Jake? No, there's no way. You're right, you mentioned that before, Thomas. I think that's probably an important observation by you two. I think it's very important. It's got to be important, right? Christina, hello. Hello, and welcome to the stream, Christina. Unfortunately, I do not know why she was relieved or why she was changed in the first place. And she couldn't tell me why she needed help either, because before she could tell me, she was ambushed. She was ambushed, I'm guessing, by one person. Myra, love the mask, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. I have a lot of different colors, and today we're going with white. As you saw a couple days ago, we had the orange and green. And so for the next live stream, we have a lot of you guys here watching this right now. I need to ask you a question. In the next live stream, when we do this, what color mask should Tongue Tied wear? I need to know. I need to know, what color would you like to see? Let me know in the comments right now. Let me know in chat. And let me know in the comments after the stream is completed, what color mask would you guys love to see? We got some blue. Got some purple. Got more blue. More blue. Do you have blue? I do have blue. I could have swore I've used blue before. Maybe not. I thought I've used blue. Swathy says red. I do have red. I will say I don't have purple. So if it's going to have to be purple, I might have to go out and get a purple. White or purple? We're doing white right now, Daya. We're doing white. This is white. But if you want to see purple, that might be. I would have to go out and get a purple. I don't currently have a purple. I don't even know if they make a purple. I'd have to find out. But we're getting a lot of blue. White mask? I'm doing white. Christina, this is white right now. We got to use a different color. We're getting a lot of blue. Red tongue-tied is perfect for the game. I agree. I agree. Red is a good one. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be more live streams. There's going to be more than just one more. There's going to be more than just one more. I don't have gold. Sanjutka says without a mask. I don't think we're going to do that. It's got to be a mask. You just started something, Senjuka. Without a mask, we're gonna use a mask. Let's take the mask off. So Hannah was ambushed before she could tell Jake what was truly wrong. Interesting. So Dea says, well, green or purple then? Those would be great on you. I do have green. Do you have yellow? Uh, I don't I don't know. I don't know if I have yellow or not. I'm not sure if I have yellow. I'd have to check and I want to say I don't. I think I ordered it, but it never came in. So it's probably missing. But no, I don't currently have yellow. I don't have a rainbow mask. I think that would look really cool, but I don't think they make them in rainbow because all the lines, they have to be connected. And you can't have multiple colors. They'd have to be essentially spliced. But I don't know. I have to look for it. I have to look into it. I might be able to find one. I would have to find one, but I don't currently have one. So, but it looks to me like a lot of blue. So, what I'm gonna do, in the end, after the stream is over, I need you guys to comment in the video after the stream what color. That way it will be there. What color mask? And we're getting a lot of blue. I'm seeing a ton of blue. When's the next live stream gonna be? I'm not entirely sure. I don't honestly know. It won't be like a long ways away. It'll be somewhat quick, but we'll see. I don't honestly know if so what I do is it with the live streams, I do post about the live streams in my Instagram. I post about it on Twitter. I schedule it in YouTube. So the best way that you guys can get informed about what Tongue Tied is doing, you can follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter at Tongue Tied Games. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, turn on the bell. That way you can get informed anytime. Anytime that we have a new video, that we have a new live stream, you want to stay as completely informed as possible, and that's the best way you can do it. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, subscribe, turn on the bell, turn on notifications, and get informed right away. Get informed as quickly as possible. So yeah, basically, she got attacked. She got ambushed the same way Richie did with when I was talking to him. It's very true. Look at that, Daya. This game has already taught me I don't need to know somebody's face to fall in love with someone. That's so true, Daya. That's so damn true. I love that. I love that, Daya. I love that. That was great. That should be a lesson to everybody. You don't need to know somebody's face to fall in love with them. So, Jake, I'm a hacker wanted by the government. My pursuers invested a lot of time and money to finally be able to catch me. Contacting you was ultimately my only way of helping Hannah. At the same time, I could risk raising suspicion that I might be involved in all of this. And then Dan, that went really well. It went really well, Jake. But my conscience didn't allow me to just turn my back on Hannah. And when Thomas was sent the number of Tongue Tied, I contacted him immediately. I knew straight away that he would play a key part. What part exactly, however, I do not know to this day. So that's what happened then. That's it. And even I didn't even know that. Ego Chan says Daya is really relatable right now. I agree. I agree. It's very relatable. Fahad, I joined late because the electricity decided to go on a vacation exactly 2 minutes before your live stream. I'm sorry about that, Fahad. I had an electricity issue a couple days ago. This past Friday, I had an electricity issue. Mayra, are you sussing tongue-tied? Did you just suss tongue-tied, Mayra? What are you jam talking about, Mayra? That's so jam rude. You jam sussing tongue-tied. I can't believe it. Rio Husan, we were the originals, you know. That's very true. That's very true. You can definitely tell. You can ask one question. You can ask one question to any person that considers themselves a Duskwooder. To anyone that considers themselves an OG Duskwood, you can ask them one question, and it will prove whether they're the original Duskwood gamers or not. And that one question is, when did Richie reveal his face? That's all you have to ask them. Because the real original gamers of Duskwood knows exactly when Richie revealed his face for the first time. And if they say in episode 1 or in episode 2, they're not original gamers. They're not the OGs. Yes, Ghost Jake, join the group chat. You didn't see that, Ghost? Did you disappear and come back, Ghost? Jake has joined the group chat. Ooh, so was there anyone else with Hannah? I don't think there was. But how exactly was Hannah attacked? I think that's important. I think that's very important. Look at all the OGs out there telling you guys exactly when Richie revealed his face. Look at that. All of you original gamers out there. Krishna, your masks are awesome. I appreciate it, Krishna. And we had a little bit of a vote, Krishna, earlier on. I don't know if you were part of it. I didn't happen to see you, but what color would you like to see on the next stream, Krishna? I'm curious. What would you like to see? What color? And anyone that's joining right now that wasn't part of that vote, at the end of this live stream, make sure you comment on the video. Comment what color mask would you like to see in the next live stream. I'll also probably make a community post as well. Now, the only thing is with the community post, I can only have so many options. And I have more colors than they give me options for. So what I'll do is I'll make the community post of the options with the most color the votes. And then we'll have an actual legitimate vote in the community. That's what we'll do. Look at that. Krishna throws blue out there as well. I think blue is a very popular color. I can't wait, but we'll find out. We'll find out. We will do a community post as well. And make sure you guys vote in that community post. Let your voices be heard. It's just one way for you guys to essentially kind of have control over a live stream. You can control the mask. And by control the mask, what color it is, not whether it's on or off. Alas, I cannot tell you. I did not see the object the attacker used. Wait, the attacker used an object. I didn't know maybe they just grabbed her and just took her away. But did they use an object? Was there anyone else with Hannah other than the attacker, I guess? Ego-chan finds it interesting that Jake is adding alas in his sentences now. That is interesting. Yeah, I don't think he's ever used alas before. Had there been any, or had there been another person in Hannah's vicinity, I would not have been able to see them due to the angle at which Hannah was holding her phone. But I believe her to have been alone. There was, in any case, nothing to make me believe that there was anyone else present other than Hannah and the attacker, I guess. Interesting. Jake is way too formal sometimes. It's very true. Saba says, make sure you subscribe, like, and put a comment down there and turn on those post notifications and join the Jam Genius family. I thank you, Saba. Thank you for that. Yes, join the Tethered and this amazing tongue-tied community. Hit that subscribe button right now if you haven't already. So, would another person would have been able to see you? Ooh, that's a good question. So if there's anyone else, I mean, they could have been at a different angle of the camera, and they could have seen Jake, right? They might not be on camera, but they could have seen him. Like I can still see you, but you can't see me. Now you can see me. That could have happened. That could have very well happened. Very interesting. So Daniel Anderson saying, first you were saying there are two Dans, but there aren't, and now you're saying that I'm fake great spammer. So the reason why there's not two Dans, Dan, is because the real Dan is currently in the group chat chatting with Tongue Tied and Jake. I think that's the reason why they think that you're the fake Dan. It's interesting. Paula has to go study. You have a great rest of your day. I hope you do well on your studies, Paula. Shadow Master, how far do you think they plan ahead with this game? It must be 3 episodes ahead with how brilliant this writing is. Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be, it can't be just like off the top of their head. There's no way. They have to have probably an entire script, and maybe they broke it down in episodes, right? So they must have like an entire script of the entire game, of what they kind of want to do. And they've broken it down in episodes, and then along the ways they add or take away certain elements to either improve or to misdirect, you know? So I'm guessing maybe that's how they do it. That's all we need to know, Jake. That is it. That's all we need to know. Thomas says thank you. It was really important to get that out of the way. I agree. I was afraid we'd never find out. That's pretty much what I thought anyway. Look, I agree. I agree. I want to see what have been cut for space or story. That would be like a behind the scenes thing, like a deleted scenes. That would be interesting. That would be cool. Like a deleted scenes or like a blooper reel or something like that. That would be so cool. So like maybe at the end of Duskwood, right? At the end of the story, that would be really cool if they did send out like a blooper reel or a behind the scenes kind of cut for everybody. That would be super cool. That would be really cool. I love that idea. Who was that from? Shadow Master. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I love that idea. Absolutely an untold story from like Dan's perspective in the hospital. I'm not sure how much of a storyline that would be. It's just him sitting there eating and pooping all the time. After the food just does a number on his stomach. Then we can begin. Can I go home first? Sorry, I didn't say it earlier. Oh, so Jesse's still at Roger's garage. Of course, Jesse will wait for you. Can we start without you? How long will you be? How long is that going to take, Jesse? Because time is of the essence, Jesse. I want you to be a part of it. 10 minutes max. I think we can wait. I think we can wait for 10 minutes. I'll hurry up. Okay. I'll stay on the phone. In the meantime, I'll order my thoughts. Order my thoughts. I'll get some snacks while we wait. And ooh, I love snacks. I love snacks. What I got another question for you, chat. When you're playing games or watching movies or just chilling around and watching the old boob tube, the TV, what are your favorite snacks? Me personally, for tongue-tied, I have to say like chips and salsa, like tortilla chips and salsa. One of my favorites. It's ultimately it's kind of healthy. It's not like really bad for you. It's not like eating handfuls of candy, but it's somewhat healthy for you because of the salsa. And the only thing that's not truly healthy is the chips. But then you can also determine what kind of chips you get. Tortilla chips, flour tortilla chips, probably the least of the healthier tortilla chips. But you get like a corn chip or something like that, might even be even better. But yeah, me personally, I'm a chips and salsa. Hadius is popcorn and all kinds of snacks. Look, Fahad says he likes chips and salsa too. Michelle, Myra, chips. Titus, Sharon, Sharona. Sorry, not Sharon. Sharona. I Sharona. No. Likes chips. Sava, Mikasa likes chips. Myra loves chips. Oreos and chips. Yes, that's great. Popcorn, Yusef. Shadow Master sometimes gets so into the game, doesn't eat anything at all. France, potato chips. Yes, chips and a Coke. Interesting. Very, very good. Leah, cartoon lover. Getting hungry now as we talk. Ego Chan is chips and apple. Dude, look, chips are the fan favorite there. Interesting. Sherlock Holmes loves Fanta. That's the other way. Do you guys pronounce it Fanta? Like bougie? Like the Fanta? Or do you go Fanta? Like Fanta? Or Fanta? Like Font? Is that how you pronounce it? Or is it Fant? Like Fanta? Fanta or Fanta? Me personally, I'm the Fanta type. I'm not bougie. I'm all Fanta this, Fanta that. Not that Fanta. Pass me a Fanta, please. No way I say Fanta. It's a bougie. Rich people. Fanta. Pass the Fanta. It's all Fanta in my house. Mayor pronounces Fenta? Interesting. I've never heard that one before. Fenta. Jessica, definitely the second way. Fanta, right? Right. Fainta. Oh, Fainta. So Fainta, that's splitting hairs there, Myra. Fainta, that's like in between Fanta and Fanta. It's Fainta. Sued is the Fanta type. Krishna, thank you. I appreciate that. You're so entertaining. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ego chance, a mix of both. I get it. I get it. So, let's get back into it. So, Jesse, 10 minutes out. She says she'll hurry. Now, I guess now we're going to get some snacks while we wait. We need to go get some chips and salsa and some Fanta. Valerie's is like the dress black and blue all over again. What was it? Black and blue or golden and something, right? It was like black and blue or gold and something else, gold and green or something. I don't know. I remember seeing those. I remember seeing those pictures. Myra says Panta with a P. Interesting. Get some snacks while I'm famished. Oh, Jim hasn't haven't had breakfast yet. Jim famished. Haven't had any breakfast yet. France loves this community. I love this community too. Oh, Jesse. I wanted to stay in the junkyard, but I can't concentrate here. I kept looking out of the window to the edge of the forest. Now Jesse's offline. What? That was quick. Dan, I still don't trust that guy. What are you talking about, Dan? He's here. Ask him questions. But he still doesn't trust him. You need to trust him. You just said Dan just set his jam mind on that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You just set your mind on that, Dan. You're not going to change your mind for nothing. What is it gonna take for Dan to trust Jake? I wonder. Nah. He doesn't even want to trust him. He doesn't want to be proven that he could trust him. We can't prove any of this stuff he's been saying. Just thought I'd mention it. You know what, Dan? You're really starting to upset me, Dan. I can't trust anything you're saying either. But I trust you. And who should I tell if not? You can tell me, but it's upsetting me. So Jesse made it home. Thanks for waiting. You know, Jesse, of course, I would wait. I would wait, Jesse. Of course, I would wait for you. And you're very welcome. You're so welcome. Dan has a love-hate relationship with Jake. I don't think there is any love there. Ego Chan, I don't think there's any love between Dan and Jake right now. All right, so Lily's online. Thomas, Cleo. We're missing. No, Jesse's still here. We're missing Dan and Dan and Jake, I guess. No, Thomas is now online. So Thomas is here. Is Jake here? Jake is online. Never went offline. And Jesse's online. Jake is online. Lily's online. Thomas, Cleo, Dan. Dan's missing. It has to be Dan because Thomas is online. Three guesses. Wake the hell up, Dan. Wake the hell up, Dan. He's okay. He's here. He's here. Don't worry, everybody. He's welcome back. What the gym? Finally, Dan, making us wait forever. Yes. The Jesse did make us wait 10 minutes, but we knew that. We knew Jesse was going to make us wait for 10 minutes. We were okay with that. But if Dan is making us wait when we don't even know that we have to wait for him, well, finally we can begin. Oh, okay, let's begin. Or I want to say something first. What is it that we want to say? I have no idea. I want to say something first, but I don't know what I want to say yet. But let me just say something first. Jake and I haven't always been innocent. Jake and I will be as open with you as we can. You need to prepare for this to be a really long conversation. Look, Jake and I are going to be as open as possible with you guys. As much as we can, we're going to be as open as possible. There will be things that you're just going to have to accept. You can ask questions anytime. I think they should ask questions. They got to be able to trust us, and the best way for them to be able to trust us is for them to ask questions. Some situations are complicated. It's important for you to concentrate. Some of the situations are going to be very complicated, I think. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's happening? Uh-oh. What's going on? I may have hit a button. I started going strobe mode on you guys. Go fast strobes. I thought maybe the batteries were dying. Don't hesitate to say when there's something you don't understand. I don't have a problem explaining things twice. So look, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate if there's something that you guys have to say. If there's something that you don't understand, don't hesitate to say it. We want to be as open as possible. Every one of you has to do their part. We're all in this together after all. Look, we're all in this together after all, and we all need to be on the same page. So I'm asking you for you to participate actively in this conversation. I think that's very important. Jake, would you begin, please? Yes. I think each of you should know that our most important clue is the man without a face. At least we can say with certainty that our culprit is hiding behind the legend. And that it was important to him from the start to be associated with it. I was the only one who originally brought us to the man without a face. I thought Jesse was the one. Oh, I think my batteries are definitely dying. We're going strobe mode on you guys. I wanted to talk to Miss Walter, but only found Alfie at the motel. I guess that was Cleo. He called you the friend of the dead girl. Right. Friend of the dead girl. Awkward moment for the batteries to go. Hopefully they stay on long enough. I'm not sure how long they're gonna last for. He was the one to mention he was the one the first to mention the man without a face. Still don't know exactly what I was thinking then. I knew immediately that he would be dealing with a masked person. I knew immediately that we'd be dealing with a masked person. I knew it from the start. Lynn, you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining. And because Jesse's a sucker for all things creepy, I sent tongue-tied to her. I immediately recognized an important clue, although Richie thought it was ridiculous. You know what he's like. Tongue-tied was pretty open-minded toward the whole thing, thankfully. Snow? Welcome, Snow. Is this the same Snow that's been snowing around all the snow time? Welcome to the stream, Snow. Back then, we had almost nothing to go on. Of course, I was prepared for everything. Of course, I was prepared for everything, because Tongue-Tied is prepared for everything. Jesse instantly opened up a chat for us. A special chat between me, her, and Richie. Called The Legends of Duskwood, I believe. Right, I'd hoped to get more clues or ideas on the old legends from Richie because he grew up in Duskwood. And soon after, Tongue-Tied boosted my suspicions because he found a picture of the sign of the Raven at Hannah's. Send the file. Oh! What is this? What is this? There's a lot of files here. Preview of the selected file. So we need to find the one that has the okay, so it's not that one. 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 Interesting. There's the one on the tree. Okay, so the one on the tree. I love this. This now we can actually pick and choose the pictures. Let's go ahead and send that file. Oh, it's so cool. I showed the picture to Jake as well. Of course, he didn't think anything of it, but he didn't think it was a clue then. He didn't know about the legends, though. That's not his fault. He didn't know anything about the legend. Of course, we asked ourselves whether Hannah might have done something bad, right? Because you don't get attacked by the man without a face unless you've committed a grave sin. Could any of you maybe say something about that? Does anyone know, or does anyone maybe know about any incident that Hannah might have been punished for? It would have to be something really bad. It would have to be really important to tell. Look, it would have to be something really bad. Maybe something to do with an accident that involved Jennifer Hansen. we would have long since found out. Right, we probably would have found out a long time ago. But I guess nobody knows anything, or they're choosing not to tell us. So let's continue. Welcome, Lloyd. Welcome to the stream, Lloyd. All right, let's continue. Tongue-tied, do you have access to the first diary page we found? Of course I do. Let's go ahead and send the file. So the first diary page. So this is the first diary page, Cloud Doc 1. I think that was it. I hope that was it. It's got to be the first diary page. This was written by Hannah. Please read it. Thomas and Lily are done. Thomas, Jam, fast reader, speed reader there. But I don't really understand what's meant by it. And in the meantime, I've forgotten. Wait for Dan and Cleo, please. At first, we didn't know either. Look, at first, we didn't really know either. As I said, Hannah wrote this. Tongue-tied initially thought Hannah had written this out of love sickness. But we can scrap those ideas with our current knowledge. Am I correct in thinking that nobody knew about Hannah's depression? Oh, that's right. That's right. And now we're getting ready to send her the attachment with the antidepressant medication subscription from Dr. Ulrich Barrett. Barrett, not Barrett. Barrett. No, Hannah wasn't depressed. Battery's definitely going dead. No, Hannah wasn't depressed. You must have misunderstood something. Unfortunately, we haven't, Cleo. We're pretty sure at this point. I wish we had. We're pretty sure at this point, Cleo. You think that because of those scribbles up there? No, Dan. Jake didn't want you to believe it at first either. Or Jake didn't want to believe it first either, among other things. Do you think we're that quick to jump to conclusions? Do you think we're that quick to jump to conclusions there, Dan? Now we need to send the file of the prescription. Let's go ahead and find the prescription. There it is. Send that file off. And if you guys don't know what SSRI or R1 is, that is a antidepressant medication that was prescribed for Hannah. No, I don't believe this. I would have known Hannah could have never kept a secret from me. But it's the truth, Thomas. But she did. What's the point of sharing our results with you if you don't believe us? Look, it's the truth, Thomas. This is what we're coming across. This is everything that we're coming across, and we're being open as possible with you guys. Jake and Tongue-Tied are right. Mrs. Sully told me something that was pretty early on. She said before Hannah disappeared, she had seen her come out of the pharmacy. Hannah was white as a sheet. That's what Mrs. Sully says. It was to buy, and that's probably why Hannah was at the pharmacy to buy her antidepressants. I can't believe this. I should have known this. You know, it's hard to know when people are hiding stuff from you, Thomas. It's okay. It's okay. Not everybody knows. Even her sister didn't know. Lily didn't know, even as her sister. Look, but don't worry about not knowing. That's not the big thing here. It's a difficult illness. It's not unusual to keep it a secret. Hannah probably just didn't want to worry you. Look, it's not unusual. It's not unusual for people with depression to keep it a secret. That's very true. Thomas could have helped her. We'd have all helped her. And I'd have had the chance to understand what was going on with her. There are people who don't want help from others. It was her decision, Thomas. Yeah, so it's hard to say. I mean, some people just don't want help. They feel like they can do it themselves. But at the same time, that's her decision. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I hope it's not a wrong decision between the two. But it was ultimately it was her decision not to tell anybody or not to share that information with anybody. And I suppose I can understand it. It was her decision the whole time. There's reason to believe that she had her depression under control for quite some time, but they were triggered again by a certain event. We have acquired a recording of the conversation between Hannah and her psychiatrist. Yes, 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 yes. That was right here. Donfort Sitzung. Interesting. What's Sitzung? Is that important? Oh wait, is Sitzung the? No, I thought it was Ulrich Barrett. That was the psychiatrist or the doctor. Dance. Okay, but seriously, how the hell do these guys get these things? It's not hard. You'd be surprised, Dan. We had to complete a ton of puzzles to get this stuff. A whole bunch of different puzzles just to find out. Uh-huh. Shut up and listen. I got it. You'd be surprised, Dan. Tongue-tied, would you like to explain the conclusions we came to back then? Of course, Jake. Let's see if we remember. Hannah knew her pursuer. Hannah was already being followed before her disappearance. Right, so Hannah definitely thought she was being followed before her disappearance. That's very true. I remember that. That in turn had something to do with an incident from her past. She became the target of her pursuer for no reason. I think it definitely had something to do with an incident from her past. We had no idea how long ago this incident was. Hannah had been a child back then. The incident was exactly 5 years ago. Oh, was it 5 years ago? Okay, chat. I'm gonna need your help on this one. I need your help on this one. I don't want to get this one wrong. So I was it when Hannah was a child, or was it when Hannah was exact, or was it exactly 5 years ago? Or did we not know the time frame? I feel like we knew the time frame. It was either when Hannah was a child or when the accident was exactly 5 years ago. It's one of those two. So child, a kid, child. Okay. So it was when Hannah was a child. 10 years, not five. That's what I thought. But see, that's what I thought. I mean, it was when because Jennifer is the same age as Hannah was when the incident happened. Like Hannah is the same age now as Jennifer was when the incident happened. So Jennifer was older than Hannah. So this had to have happened when Hannah was a child. Okay, so Hannah was a child back then. We'll go with that. We'll go with the child. And it was 10 years ago. Okay, so it wasn't 5 years. Okay, awesome. Thank you, chat, for that. Hannah had been alone back then. What else? Hannah hadn't been alone back then. So that's where it kind of comes into play. Like, I don't think Hannah was alone, and I feel like she wasn't alone. I'm almost certain that she wasn't alone. What do you think, chat? Was she alone or not alone? I'm pretty certain she wasn't alone. If I remember correctly, I think there was somebody else there with her. Right, she was not alone. Yeah, Valerie McCain, Mikasa. Sorry if I butchered the name. Definitely wasn't alone. Michelle, no. Jessica, she wasn't alone. She was alone, right? Ghost was not alone. Okay, awesome. So she was not alone. Make sure I click the right one. The psychiatrist didn't believe Hannah that she was being followed. Yes, Jake and I immediately noticed that. I had completely blocked that out. Yes, Jake and I, we noticed that. We knew that. We knew that the psychiatrist didn't believe Hannah at the time. The psychiatrist who doesn't believe a woman that is being followed. Can anyone explain that? Maybe the jam psychiatrist is the follower. He's just the world's worst psychiatrist. Maybe Hannah had lied to him in the past. I can't. Hannah mentioned the man without a face. So did Hannah mention the man without a face? I don't think Hannah mentioned the man without a face. What do you think, chat? Is he the world's worst psychiatrist? Or did Hannah mention the man without a face? And mentioning the man without a face could have been what made the psychiatrist think that this is all in her head. I think that's what it is. I'm almost certain that she mentioned him. Right. Valerie says she mentioned him. Krishna, no. So Jennifer's main character's real name, and Jennifer's dad is the main character. Dad is killer. Where'd that come from, Krishna? Oh, plot twist. So Krishna says plot twist. The MC, the main character, us, is Jennifer, same age as Hannah. Maybe because something is, or what, or maybe because something it was rumored Jennifer died, but Hannah found it years later and gave Thomas Jennifer's number. Ooh, so we are Jennifer. That's an interesting plot twist, Krishna. I see, I see. So Sherlock Holmes says that Hannah never mentioned it. Ghost says that she did mention it. The man without a face. She never used the man without a face. The only thing that she did mention was that she felt like she was being followed. Krishna, you're going to leave a comment with your theory after the live. I would appreciate that. That's a really good theory, Krishna. And I feel like you might have a lot of response under that comment or under that theory after in the comment section. That's a really good theory. I think that theory definitely has something to do with it, maybe. She also said that he was standing right there. I don't know. I don't. So I think Hannah mentioned the man without a face. I feel like that's the answer. I feel like that's the answer that Hannah mentioned the man without a face. She just said that she was being followed. Right. So what should we pick here? That he's the world's worst psychiatrist? Maybe Hannah had lied to him in the past? Look, maybe I just can't explain why the psychiatrist didn't believe it. Maybe I just can't believe. Maybe I just don't. I can't believe why the psychiatrist wouldn't believe it. That explains the video recording. You didn't want to tell me where you got them from, but they were Hannah's, right? That's right. That's exactly it. We got them from Hannah's data or cloud. We had to beat a bunch of different puzzles. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? Oh, the video. So he's talking about the video, right? Dan's talking about the video that we sent him that we got from the cloud. So maybe we should send this video off. Yeah, the video. Okay. Okay. I appreciate that, chat. Thank you. Thank you, chat, for being there for me, just making sure that I make the right decisions. How creepy. Is there something outside Hannah's window? That's what it seems like, because the motion detector did pick something up. Lloyd says, "Hey, tongue-tied, please ask Dan who Christian Hawk is." Hey, look, I'm not getting in between you and you guys. You guys are jam arguing back and forth, not paying attention, annoying everyone else. I'm not getting in between you guys. You guys can take it up offline or something. I don't know. I already brightened the recording up significantly. Unfortunately, you can still make anything out. You can't still make anything out. Okay, so right. Telling you wouldn't have brought us any further tongue-tied. So the conversation between Hannah and her doctor, we fear about Jennifer for the first time. I asked tongue-tied to ask you about a terrible incident involving Jennifer, who was asked. No answer. Oh, who did we ask? I can't remember who. I think it was Thomas. I'm almost certain it was Thomas, right? Tongue-tied, you had asked someone about Jennifer, hadn't you? Yes, it was Thomas. Or was it Richie? Oh, it was Richie. Huh. So I think what happened was, I have a video where we asked Thomas, but then it got to the point where I had something going on with my recording, and I had to restart the entire game and play up to the cat puzzle. And during that gameplay, because I had already asked Thomas, I ended up asking Richie this time. And so that's why it's asking Richie. Because this is like the second or third time I've played through this game. Once was because of a recording error that I wanted to make sure that we got the video out to you guys because it was a puzzle. It was a difficult puzzle for a lot, and we wanted to make sure that we got everything out there. And we I had to replay the entire game up to that point. So yes, it was Richie, unfortunately, and he can't even be there to answer that question. That's sad. Earth Rose says it doesn't matter who you, right. So Earth Rose is correct. It didn't really matter who you asked. They all kind of came about the same answer. Maybe in a little different ways, but they all kind of came around to about the same answer. From the conversation with Richie, you got an incorrect surname, which is why my search in the archives gave us no results. Jennifer's actual surname was Hanson, not Manson. It's not Jennifer Manson, it's Jennifer Hanson. There's something I can add here, I think, if I may. Of course, Jesse. Of course, Jesse. Anybody can add anything if you have important information. That would be fine. I thought it couldn't harm to have a look at the address in Hannah's satellite navigation. So I asked Lily for the car key and went to Hannah's apartment. Look at that, Jesse talking. Actually, we don't know that Jesse went to Hannah's apartment. We knew she went and visited Iris. There was only one address saved in her satellite navigation, the address of Jennifer Hansen's mother, Iris. I mean, I didn't know that at first, which is why I drove to that address. So Thomas is like, "Wait, Jesse, you went to Hannah's car?" "Yes." "Where was it?" "In front of her house." Hannah's car was in front of her house? What's up, Tom? So Thomas thinks Hannah's car might have been somewhere else. When Jake first got us all into this group chat and said Hannah was in danger, I drove to her immediately. I'm guessing his car was not there. Richie was there and said Hannah wasn't in the apartment and had already rang the doorbell. He had read what Jake had written too. But what I'm trying to get at is that Hannah's car wasn't there. Oh, Hannah's car wasn't there the entire time. Was Hannah's car still at Richie's garage, Roger's garage? It might still have been with Richie. Because Richie was doing work on it, right? But then didn't Hannah come and pick it up? Hannah had to have come and picked it up. Because she paid Richie and then didn't she give Richie a tip? Maybe it was parked somewhere where you couldn't see it, or maybe you just didn't notice it in excitement. It's really weird. That's really weird. I think that's really weird that they didn't see it. Or maybe it wasn't there at all. Richie definitely gave back the car. Back then I didn't register that as a potential important clue, and it fit in with Hannah not being home anyway. But Jesse, if you say Hannah's car was in front of her house, someone returned it after her disappearance. And who could that have been? Oh, that's a really important clue. The culprit. So interesting. That is very, very important. Erica. Thank you for joining, Erica. I see you there with the comment, wow. Welcome, Erica. Just a new name that I happen to see. If you're watching this right now, if you're currently in this stream right now, and you have not yet commented in the chat, in the live chat, and haven't said hi to Tongue Tied or the Tethered, say hi right now so that way I can say hi back. Because if you're a silent viewer right now, how am I supposed to know you're there? I want to be able to say hi to everybody. If you haven't said hi yet, say hello, and I'll say hi back. I'll call you out. If I can pronounce your name, that is. The first one was Rezvene. Rezvene. Hello, Rezvene. Look, I apologize if I can't get your name right, but hello, Rezvene. Focali. Wow. Right? Hello. Manny, hello. Hello, Manny. Hi. FF Gertie. FF Gertie, hello. Yasmin, hello. Welcome. Gojo, hello. Marty, hello. Yes, thank you guys. If you're watching this and you haven't yet said hi, say hello now. Laura, hello. Chicken, what's up, chicken? Myra, hello. Freddie, sup, y'all? Yeah, sup, Freddie? Fukali, hello again. France, it's sad to say we don't have any foods in the refrigerator to eat and watch the Lloyd and Dan argument. We don't need to watch the Lloyd and Dan argument. We're not here for Lloyd and Dan to argue. We're here for Duskwood, episode 8. Again, part 2. Lily's and Dan's relationship is very suspicious. It is suspicious. It hasn't really been brought up lately, though, has it? but it is a little bit suspicious. And hello, Uger. I apologize. Look, I'm not good with names. If you watched my videos, you know this by now, but I try. I still try. Aaliyah. Hello, Aaliyah. All right. So the culprit, but why? It's a really good question. Jake, please write that down. I didn't know we'd get new information. You know what? I knew we were going to get new information, but I didn't know what kind of new information. Very interesting. It's a really good question. It's a good question. Dan wants to take a break. You haven't even barely participated, Dan, and you already want to take a break. Is it a good idea? Well, let's leave it up to the group. I mean, maybe Dan is getting tired. Chen, hello, welcome. Welcome, Chen. Zhu Chen, I guess. X Zhu Chen. Krishna says suspicious Richie. Jesse's okay with taking a break. Thomas, it's a lot of new information to process. Dan says, yep. I'm starting to get a headache. It is important that everyone concentrates properly on this. Otherwise, this is just a waste of precious time. First, I agree with you, Hackerman. First time. Look at that. Dan agrees with Jake. First time I agree with you, Hackerman. And just say whenever you guys are ready to go on again. We'll do that. We will do that, Jesse. Don't you worry. Thomas is offline. See you later. Dan Anderson is back. Okay, I'm back. I just finished talking to Tongue Tied. And also now you guys know what I can't what I can't talk at the beginning of the chat because I was still in the toilet. What did I miss? So much. You missed so much. So Lily says see you later. Lily's offline. Cleo's offline. Jake is offline. Jesse is offline. But we just got a message. Who did we get a message from? Lily. Oh, Lily's back online. So yes, I am. Always. I am always online. To be honest, I never went offline. Hospital food sucks from France. Manny, is there any way we can get unlimited coins? Because the mini games are so annoying and hard. I don't think that you can. Not in Duskwood, Manny. However, there was a new game that I'm playing. It's not Duskwood, but it's more closely similar to 7 Endgames. It's got the same feeling as Duskwood. It's this SMS style game. It's a murder mystery type game. It's actually kind of like a horror, scary ghost game, and it's called The Sign. If you haven't seen my videos for The Sign, check them out. I do have a playlist started, but check out The Sign. This is episode 1 of The Sign. They're going to be released in episodes just like Duskwood, and they just released episode 1 of The Sign. I've already started it. Obviously, the original gamer Tongue Tied starting The Sign from the very beginning with episode 1. Check it out. It's The Sign. The point I'm trying to make is that The Sign does have an option to purchase unlimited coins, or in their case, they call them Bix. That's Bix with a B, not a D. You can get unlimited Bix. And that's what I did. That's what Tongue Tie did. We got unlimited Bix for The Sign. That way we don't have to that way we don't have to complete all those really difficult puzzles. We can just skip all the puzzles using our unlimited Bix that we purchased. And if you guys haven't already, check out The Sign in my playlist. Check out The Sign on the channel. It's so far it's really good. It's really, really decent, and it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary. It's definitely a horror game, that's for sure. So, Lily, I went to my parents earlier. I thought they might know if Hannah had anything to do with Amy Bell Lewis. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, but a good idea nonetheless. I didn't think they would, as you didn't know either. It's a good idea nonetheless. Amy's name seemed so familiar to me, but I don't know why. Well, Amy was in Cleo's class. She was in Duskwood, because everyone knows everyone in Duskwood. That's very true. I hope you remember someday because it's such a special name. Look, everyone knows everyone in Duskwood. That's very true. When I was at my parents' earlier, I couldn't look my dad in the eyes. My mom made me some tea, but I didn't even drink it. That's how badly I wanted to leave. Oh, so this is the first time that Lily's been with her parents since she found out that Jake is her half brother. Very interesting. This is about the affair and about Jake, right? It's all a really crappy situation. Sorry to hear. I wouldn't have known how to react if so yeah, this is all definitely about Jake and the affair. It's very, very yeah, that's gotta be tense. That's gotta be super tense. Of course it's about the affair and Jake. What else should it be? Look, I can understand why Jake wanted to keep it a secret. I get it. Sorry, I didn't want to get on your nerves. You know what, Lily? This is nothing compared to what you used to do. This is nothing compared to what you used to do. Is there anything else I can do for you, Lily? You have anything else to say? I wanted to send Ted Madruga a letter. So Ted Madruga is the guy that's in prison that Hannah went to go visit in prison. I'm all ears. So maybe Ted Madruga has knows something about Hannah as well. It's very interesting. I'm curious now. Curiouser and curiouser. I really want to find out what Hannah wanted with him. You haven't gotten any further with Ted, right? I have not. Unfortunately, no. Jake is still working on it. We're still working. We're still working on it, but we haven't gotten any further with Ted Madruga. Why shouldn't we ask Ted then? We've got the prison's address, to be honest. I've already started. Or rather, I've tried to start, but I'm already stumped on the first line. Then I saw you were online. I understand. I don't know, or I don't need to know in this much detail. Look, I get it. And I can help. I can help make the letter with you. I can help. And how exactly can I help? Gallery update from Thomas. Is this a new picture? Sideways. He's looking up from a hole. Interesting. What's he doing? What the hell is he doing? Jim looking it up from a hole. Okay. New picture from Thomas there. Well, with just writing the letter, what should I leave out? How do I phrase things, etc.? Yes, to be honest, I'm pretty good at this kind of stuff. You know what? To be honest, I'm good at this kind of stuff. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But only because we have to wait anyways. Under one condition. Look, ooh, can we ask Lily to share a secret? I think this might be. Look, under one condition, Lily. Let's see what the condition is. I'm curious. You sign a letter with my name. You accept all of my proposals. You owe me a favor. As soon as the others arrive, we stop. You accept all of my proposals. So, like anything that I say should be or not be in the letter, she has to do. So, maybe that's what we'll do. Accept all my proposals. Sign it with your name. France says sign with your name. What do you guys think? Let's see if Ted knows us. That's what France says. We want to see if Ted knows us by signing it with our name. It's not a bad idea. Sign with your name. Yes, fire. I don't know if that's about the signing with name or about the Dan and Dan showdown. Sign with your name. Okay. All right. Well, that's what we'll do. You have to sign it with my name. And interesting. Ted might know us if we sign it with our name. I don't know why that would be important to you, but sure, deal. Deal. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it. Something else that you want? I thought maybe. What'd you think, Lily? You could ask Jake if he could help us. You know what? That's not a bad idea either. It's a good idea. We can ask Jake to help us. You guys are like that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's effing go. I'll ask him. We can ask Jake. Let's ask Jake if he'll help us write the letter. I think he'll definitely want to be involved in this. What are you doing right now, Jake? Other than watching our conversations? Luna, welcome back. Welcome back, Luna. Hello, tongue-tied. I'm going through our previous investigation in order to ensure that the conversation with the others go as smoothly as possible. Could you help Lily and me really fast? Okay, then that can wait. I have a more important job for you. Look, can you help me and Lily really fast? It shouldn't take too much time. Chat request from Lily. Oh, there it is. Letter for Ted. Lily was added. Tongue-tied is added. And should be Jake. Should be Jake here too. We want to send a letter to Ted. Lily would like to have you join us. I'm sure you can think of something to do, something too. You would do Lily a huge look. Lily would want you to join us. I think it would be a good idea if Jake joined us to make out this letter too. I think that's a great idea. I haven't spoken to Lily thus far. That's the perfect time. That's the perfect time, Jake. Let's find out. What is Lily saying? I've already opened a new chat in case Jake wants to help. And Jake says, all right, he's gonna help. He's gonna help myself and Lily create a letter that we can send to Ted. Please add me to the chat. If I join the chat like I usually did, I don't want to frighten her. I understand that. No problem. Let's go ahead and add. What is he saying something? No. Let's go ahead and add him to the chat. Hell, I don't know how. Maybe we have to have Lily add him to the chat? Oh, we have another. Wait a sec. We got to add Lily to the chat, or add Jake to the chat. Here we go. Add Jake. And tongue-tied added Jake to the chat. There we go. Hello. Hello. Oh, I bet Jake is super nervous. I wanted to thank you for your help. Lily says no. Lily's pretty much going to say if it wasn't for her, he wouldn't need her help. It was my fault that this happened in the first place, right? It was your damn fault, Lily. Don't say that. I'm sorry, Jake. Earth Rose picked it up. I was hoping somebody would notice that. Oh, Earth Rose, tongue-tied sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire there. That was great. Oh, I'm so happy that Earth Rose figured that out. That was great. I was hoping every now and then. I tell you what, every now and then I make little references that, I don't know if anybody picks them up or not, but I make references here and there. And Earth Rose picked up on the Mrs. Doubtfire hello. That was great. I appreciate that, Earth Rose. That was great. Oh. So that's out of the way. Kind of embarrassing. Look, that's out of the way. Look, now we can start. We can start on a letter. All of the sorries and all of the no problems and all of the you're welcomes and all of the thank yous are out of the way. So I don't even know how to address him. Dear Ted or Dear Mr. Madruga. Look, he's in prison. I think Dear Ted would be fine. That's friendlier. Makes us more trusting. The other one is too cold. Dear Ted is more formal, right? Or informal. I guess I guess Dear Mr. Madruga is more formal, but Dear Ted is more informal, which is if we're friends with him, if we know him, then we would be informal. We would say, "Yo, Ted, what up?" Uger says Uger. Tongue-tied Richie is dying because you're in slow motion. He's okay. He's okay. Rainslayer, welcome to the stream. Hello, Rainsayer. If you guys don't know, Rainsayer is a indie game developer, and I have a video from Rainsayer on my channel called, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rainsayer, Tomorrow Will Be Worse. And there is an update. There is an update. This is the second update for Tomorrow Will Be Worse. I haven't quite completed it yet, Rainsayer. I am going to get it out there. I can't say when. We're dealing with Duskwood and the sign right now, but not to worry, Rainsayer. I will get the updated video of Tomorrow Will Be Worse out there as well. Yes, Rainsayer. Again, everybody that's in chat right now, Rainsayer is an indie game developer. So everybody say hello to Rainsayer. He's got a great game out there. It's a very, very cool story of a type of game. Very, very interesting type of game. Tomorrow Will Be Worse. Okay, so should we write some sort of phrase or greeting, or just get straight to the point? Better to get straight to the point. Some form of greeting would be appropriate. Right. I think a form of greeting would be appropriate. Are you enjoying your stay? Oh my goodness, that's Are you enjoying your stay in jail? Although, let's scratch the phrase. Look, I hope you're well would be good enough. Manny says, I love this playthrough. I appreciate that, Manny. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I'm glad you guys are having a great time. Okay, I'd get Hannah involved now. Should we tell him that she's missing? No, I would definitely leave that out. I agree. If Jake thinks to leave that out, then I would agree. But then again, I don't know. If Ted Madruga is friendly and might know something about Hannah, if he knows that Hannah is missing, maybe we should have told him. That way we can get some information. But we've already made our decision, so we can't go back on it now. Earth Rose says, my brother just fell off the garden wall. I don't know if that's funny or not, but I hope your brother's okay. I bet Lily loves being in that jail. What makes you think that, Myra? So yes, yes, and then I'd just be upfront with them, kind of like this. We found the application for violate visitation rights. Please tell us why you wanted to meet up with Hannah. Yes, I think we can't go wrong with that. We don't have a choice, or we don't have a lot of choice in this part anyway. I think so too. Just leave out the part with the application. Huh. We found the applications for visitation rights. Yeah, if why would that be a big thing? Like, why would he need to know that we found the application for visitation rights? Like, if we're just like, please tell us why he wanted, or please tell us why you wanted to meet up with Hannah. Do you think that would be, you know, enough? Would that be? Because if we say that we found the application for visitation rights, um, that kind of sounds suspicious. I don't know. So Earth Rose says it's a small wall, and he has had one too many. Oh, okay. So he's okay. He's not badly injured or nothing. Good. It was funny. Good. I'm glad it was funny. Oh man, I don't know what to do now. We don't have a lot of choice in this part anyway. I think so too. Should we just leave out the part that with the application? We found the application for visitation rights. Why would that be important? Ghost, bedtime is calling him. Nice chatting with y'all. Good night. Good night. Tongue tied. Good night, Ghost. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Sweet dreams, Ghost. Huh. Well, I'm not sure if look. I'm just gonna go with Jake on this one. Look, I think so too. I don't think we can go wrong with that. Good. Okay. Good. Myra says their bedtime is calling him too, but nah. I'll watch instead. I appreciate that, Myra. Sherlock, your phone's on 5%. You better plug that sucker in. Better charge that thing up. Also, you realize that you're suddenly speaking of us, saying we, and please tell us. I didn't realize. Well, spotted tongue tied. Look, you just need to write it as if tongue tied was saying it. That's what I'm here for. Thanks. Close one. So much for we can't go wrong with that. So much for we can't go wrong with that, Jake. We got to talk it as if we were one person. Can't talk it as if we were multiple people. Seems like I was a little over hasty. Anything else that you're looking forward to his reply? We should ask him why he's in prison, of course. Nothing else. I think we're definitely looking forward to his reply. I'm not sure if why he's in prison really matters at this point in time, especially if Hannah's going to visit him. We're more just worried about what the information is that he has about Hannah. So we're definitely looking for his reply. Good idea. Right. I'm full of good ideas. Okay, done. That's a pretty quick letter. To summarize, Dear Ted, I hope you're well. Because of the application for visitation rights, I know that Hannah wanted to meet up with you. Please tell me why Hannah wanted to meet up with you. I am looking forward to your reply. That's a very short, but straight to the point letter. Best wishes, tongue-tied. Why did you sign off with tongue-tied? Because that was the deal. Don't worry, she was supposed to do that. Look, she was supposed to do that, Jake. If you were watching our conversation, you would have known that, Jake. It will still be my name on the return address. It doesn't matter. I think it's a good idea to confuse him a little. Of course. I feel like that does matter. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I feel like it might matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. I think it's a good idea to confuse him a little, of course. I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea to confuse him a little. I don't know. I have no idea. Then I'll take this one to the post office later, and then we wait. We did a good job. I'm so excited for his reply. I hope we don't have to wait long. Look, I'm very excited for his reply. Hopefully, he gives us some good information regarding Hannah. That would be great. Tell me about it. Good, we'll see each other later then. Right. In the group chat. Yes. France says plot twist. We are related to Jake, Lily, and Hannah. Interesting. And thanks to you too. Don't mention it. Look at winky face. Gotta send the winky face. Because if there's nothing girls love more, girls love the winky face. Oh, Lily and Jake were talking. I'm spying in on it. Oh, how's it feel, Jake, to be spied in on your conversations? I wanted to tell you something. What did you want to tell me, Lily? Oh, we're giving Jake a little bit of his own medicine. Spying in on Jake with his conversation, Lily. How do you like it, Jake? And it really liked you back, or liked you a lot back then. And I'm sure that never changed. Thank you. You're not being very talkative, Jake. I'm sorry that I stepped into your life in this way. I'm happy you did. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. See you later, big brother, winky face. Look at that. Look at that. Brother and sister working together. And there we are. We're back in the cloud. And now we have the second half of episode 8 available and waiting for us. Very, very, very interesting. I hope you guys are enjoying Duskwood episode 8. It's starting to get really, really interesting. We sent out the letter for Ted Madruga. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have come and watched this stream and have supported me and commented in all the chat. Don't forget to leave me a comment after the stream is over. Krishna has a very interesting theory that hopefully they will leave in the comments as well. Also, if you don't remember, after the stream is over, leave me a comment in this video what color you want to see for the next live stream. What color mask? What color mask do you want to see in the next live stream? Leave that to me in the comments of this video when the stream is over. I will create a community post, a community vote for the top most voted colors to finalize the winning color, and that will be the next color for the next live stream, as long as I have that color. So again, after this live stream is over, make sure you guys comment in the comment section what color live stream. Comment in the comment section what your theory is. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think Ted Madruga has to say about the letter? You know, it's great. Manny says pink. That's the first pink vote we've got. Sherlock Holmes says red. That's awesome. So we're going to end it there. Again, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Tongue Tied Games, and join the Tethered and this amazing Tongue Tied community. As always, I love each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Goodbye.